But here we go. We are going to be diving in. You can hear the beeps. We're just waiting for some of our casters to get ready. And now that they are, we can continue with our tournament. We're nearing the end of the qualifier as well. There are 3 series remaining.
Indeed they are. And we are loaded into the first map of this series, which will be Tropical Sacrifice. And we are now looking at the base of our blue Terran player. I just realized I don't remember what team he's on.
Teamless.
Oh, he's teamless now. Okay. Okay, so we have our teamless Terran representing South Korea. It is Percival.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice ESL, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player himself representing Good Game Gaming. GGG. It is nice.
And Nice is back.
Oh.
Yeah, he's back at his game, getting the SCV.
Yeah, oh my god, interesting. Percival has a different response. He pulls 2 SCVs immediately and he turns the tables on the probe.
Yeah, he goes aggressive himself. I guess that's what happens when you poke the bear, huh?
Yeah, you poke the bear, you get the Percival, and that's exactly what's happening, as Percival is just going to be able to chase this down. The shields have regenerated, but again, you know, oh my god. Okay, for the time being.
I love this move. I love this move where you like poke the SCV, then he does like this lap around the base to regenerate shields, and he pokes the SCV again. It just keeps going.
But he gets juked for a moment there. The SCV does get on the other side, and there we go. The bunker has finished up. No real delay here. You can say like a little bit of lost mining time, but I mean, Nice was probe scouting anyway, so I mean, he's also losing mining time on his own worker.
I mean, I feel like, you know, it was calculated loss, okay?
Oh, the micro. Oh my god. Oh my.
Oh.
Oh, the low health SCV is chasing though. And okay, there we go. Percival will back off. Doesn't want to lose it. The Marine comes out and Percival is completely safe and sound. He will get his natural up.
I still find it just so funny that like we reach this point of like worker fight meta where like, you know, the players know all these tricks and they spend their attention span and time to like do all this.
Oh yeah. I mean, what else are they gonna do at the start of the game?
And look, I get that, but still, like, it's not something that used to happen, okay? It's something that, like, developed over time.
It did develop over time. You're not wrong. Oh boy. And, yeah, we'll see how things go here. Nice was able to confirm that there is a natural base. You know, he doesn't want to get quanted or anything like that. Any kind of weird one base all in. What?
Granted. Okay, sure.
Yeah. What do you mean?
No, nothing.
As you do see the first death, sustaining a lot of damage already here by these Marines. And Percival doing a great job at just keeping Nice in the dark, but no, he does miss it in the end, and Nice is going to sneak on in.
Yeah, Nice was really like fishing for these Marines, and he does get to the natural, but he does not see much of the main. And there are actually 2 Reapers coming out.
Oh, and what's important, Nice actually did see, he was close enough to see the second racks here, so he knows about the potential 2-1-1 opening, not your more standard 1-1-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was able to spot the Reapers, but they are now coming to the other side of the map, and there is only a Stalker to defend there.
Yeah, only 1 Stalker, but we have a shield battery in each mineral line. With a shield battery, with overcharge, 1 Stalker is going to be enough, but the shield battery isn't done yet.
Oh. Yeah, it's only now warping in. The Stalker may not even be alive, but it is, and it is gonna be saved.
There you go. At the same time, Percival tries to go into the main base, but we have another Stalker and another shield battery, and just like that, 1 Stalker and a shield battery, more than enough to push all of this back.
Yeah, nicely done for Nice. Why are players named like this? Yeah. I need a player named Supply, Attack. Just so we can, you know, cross off a few other words.
I would love a player called Attack. That sounds sick.
Oh no.
We had a player called Action. Oh, that was the thing.
True, we did. We had player called True as well.
We did. But here we go. Nice so far, keeping up with the, oh my god, with these Reapers and with these Hellions are being shut down. And Nice, he is going to be insanely aggressive right now. Do have already 3 gateways back at home. We have a proxy gateway across the map. Blink is already done. And if he has high ground vision, he can go straight into the main.
That he could. And there's not a lot of vision on that main as well from the Terran. So it could get in there like basically unscouted.
It could. We do have a tank here to defend, but only a single tank for the time being, and it's only covering the natural base, not the main. But Percival knows that. That's why he's rallying all his Marines here into his own main base, just in case that exact scenario happens. Oh my god, he blinks forward!
Yeah, but he's that nice, just picks the front and he snipes the tanks immediately.
Wow, Percival being punished for being greedy. Percival did not have any bunkers here whatsoever to protect his tank, to protect his bases. And just like that, the tank goes down in the end. How many Stalkers get taken out? 2 Stalkers for a tank and 7 SCVs.
Yeah, pretty nice damage from Nice, and this is not the end of his aggression. He keeps working in more Stalkers. There is charge on the way as well as a robo, so there is a follow-up to this, but for now he will see what he can do.
Yeah, already only shields are being taken out of these Stalkers. The blinks are insane. The trade is insane, and without Stim, these Marines, they just fall.
Yeah, that they do. Now the Marauders are joining them, and even SCVs are being pulled, but it's still a very small army from Percival, and there's a lot of Stalkers on this side of the map.
Yeah, and with this new wave of reinforcements, Nice is going to push up the rampant again. And what is there to defend? Unfortunately, the tank for Percival was delayed. We finally have another tank in production, but the Stalker count, it just hasn't been lowered.
Yeah, the Stalkers are taking damage, but not a lot of them are falling down. Now the Marauders are helping out, and Nice has to be a bit more careful about his micro.
Yeah, exactly. Nice has to back the hell up. He did so much damage already. He doesn't want to throw away his lead already. Ooh, takes out 1 more Marine. Behind this, Nice is expanding. We have already the 3rd base. Charge is on the way. More gateways and a robotic space. So he wants to go for a more charged out gateway composition, but he's not neglecting his splash damage.
Indeed he is. And I mean, it would be a shame to do so with so much bio on the other side of the map. But we will see when he's gonna decide it's time to attack Percival once again, as for now he did move back home.
Yeah, the reality is that because Percival lost so much, I'm afraid to look, but Percival lost 1 tank and 24 Marines. Because of that, the timing that he wanted to hit with his upgrades, with Stim, with combat shields, with +1, it's going to be nowhere near as strong. So instead, he's going for a bit of a doom drop, a bit of a Hail Mary play. You know, hope that maybe nothing sees him and then he can get into the main base. Unfortunately, Nice is already patrolling here in the main.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he may be able to snipe a Medivac or 2, but with 4 of them, some of them may unload, but it may just not be enough to do any damage here.
Yeah, we don't have enough energy in the main base for a recall. We see a scan ahead of time. The Stalkers are not going to be able to focus down any of these Medivacs, so we see a full unload, and all the robotics may goes down!
Ooh, before it finishes an upgrade as well. And now this battery overcharge is trying to help here, but this is actually a good setup from Percival.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of damage already being done. Is this a one-way trip, though? Because the rest of the army has rotated around, and Nice, he wants to try and dive on top of those Medivacs if he sees an opportunity.
Yeah, and he's harassing on the other side of the map as well, as these Zealots are completely destroying the mineral line. That said, the main base of Nice is also being completely demolished, so a lot of damage on both sides.
Oh, exactly, but clearly Percival is losing a little bit more there. Meanwhile, the Stalkers are being focused on by these Marauders. Marauders are becoming the real MVP. Boys are being pulled. Is this going to be enough? With the power of the tanks, it looks like Percival will take the fight. And GG gets called. Percival, he doesn't just trade more efficiently, he also took down the production of Nice. He couldn't warp in anymore. There were no Colossus, there were no Disruptors. Robotics Bay got sniped, and Percival takes the first game.
Yeah, that was very decisive from Percival. He just went for the doom drop, and he was just barely able to like set up that position, and once he did, like Nice couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, to be fair, again, it was a bit of a Hail Mary play. Like if that drop had been scouted as it was coming across the map, then Nice, his entire army would have been in position and it would have been a different story. But obviously he didn't see it coming, and sometimes you just send the ball down the down the field. I don't watch football. Okay, I know how it works. Regardless, Percival,
We know.
he prays to Mary. The hail is real, and and he takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. I don't know. It just looked so risky to me because we saw that Percival suffered so many losses, and then like he sent this Medivac straight into stalkers, and somehow he was able to unload.
Yeah, I mean, again, like he was, I would say that he was desperate at that point, and
Yeah.
sometimes desperation brings the best out of people, you know? Like we saw him completely shut that down, completely trade so well there in the main, and oh boy, we'll see where this takes us, as it looks like we're going to be getting ready for game number 2 here. Looks like we are setting up that lobby, and there it is.
Indeed, there is. Our game 2 will be on Cosmic Sapphire. I don't know if you can hear the birds outside.
I think I heard like one chirp.
Yeah, there's this family of jackdaws that keeps coming in front of my window every day.
Mhm.
And sometimes they get loud because a lot of them are babies, so they're like screaming for food and stuff and attention.
So good. We can't hear them. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry
Okay,
about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
They're cute though.
All right. Well, here we go. Speaking of being cute, one of these players, Percival, is very cute.
I'm saying nice isn't.
He can be cute too.
Okay. That's fair then. But we are now loaded into our next map, which is Cosmic Sapphire. And we are looking at the bottom right corner of the map where we have the red Protoss player, representing Good Game Gaming and Taiwan. It is nice.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire ESL, we have the South Korean Terran player himself, representing himself, and currently leading the series 1-0. It is Percival. Oh boy. All right, Kuro, where do you want this to go? Percival, unfortunately, not a player like Quanta. He isn't really known for his 2-base all-ins or anything like that, unless his hand is forced, which is, I guess, kind of what we saw last time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, see, here's the thing. Like, I feel like neither of these players is known for being particularly cheeky, and I'm all for cheese games, so. So if you're asking what I want to see, well, I mean, we probably won't get a gold base right off the bat and a proxy, but yeah, I assume we're gonna get another of a standard game. I just wonder if Nice will be quite as aggressive as last time.
I mean, we already see a little bit of a difference here. I mean, part of it could be because the rush distance is very long, to be fair, but we don't see a probe scout from Nice. He doesn't go across the map at all. He doesn't want to be aggressive. I'm sure it's a combination of the fact that it is a larger map, but also because Percival did a pretty good job shutting down that worker harass in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. And so far, we don't have any tech choices quite yet. We have that factory from Percival, so I guess we're going for a 1-1-1 this time.
We shall see. Meanwhile, back at home, because Nice is working in the dark right now, and he doesn't quite know what's coming his way. He's playing it safe. We see a shield battery here in the main base as he goes for a Stargate.
Yeah, once again, as I said, like it looks like we have a lot of Stargates today. This seems to be like a favorite play in today's qualifier. And we have a quick switch with the factory, so we're gonna go Hellions.
Yeah, this is very, very different because I don't know if you noticed this, but the starport is across the map. It's a Hellion drop.
Yep. Yes, it is. It could still be Hellbats.
Oh no!
It could be Hellbats.
Oh my god, meanwhile the wall is not a wall. The adept gets into the main base and he sees everything, confirming the gas scout gonna get a kill on some of these workers. He sees the Hellions coming out. And he also saw, hold on, without a tech lab, or sorry, without an add-on, something is missing here. A starport is missing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this very lonely Rax just does not look quite right, so he knows something is coming and he's getting his phoenixes ready in case the drop comes into his base.
Yeah, here we go. First Phoenix is already out. We have a couple of adepts on the way. Second Phoenix is on the way as well. Nice hasn't seen the proxy location, but even throws down a pylon to make sure he sees anything coming well ahead of time.
Yes, indeed. And he puts the pylon in the right direction, as this is exactly where the proxy is.
Yeah, the only other...
No.
The only other direction would be here towards the left-hand side instead. Meanwhile, the drop is going to be coming in. Nice does spot it, and he can respond. Oh, but the Hellions are still going to get a couple of shots off, but with the shield battery and the adepts, they only get 2 probes.
Yeah, the Helios being lifted, but they actually can be shot by anything, and... okay, we got 7 probes. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's very good, actually. I think Nice messed up a little bit by picking up 2 of those Hellions. That meant that he couldn't really deal too much damage. The Hellions even go here towards the natural, and I doubt they're going to be able to escape, but 7 worker kills isn't bad at all.
Yeah, for a Hellion drop that was scouted and, like, you know, Nice was pretty much prepared for it, like 7 workers is like really good result from Percival.
Yeah, and I love this from Percival as well, because he doubled down. After the drop, he went for a tech lab. He's going for Banshees.
Yeah, Nice. I mean, Nice doesn't expect like more aggression like after he shut down that drop, and he moves his phoenixes to the other side of the map. So Banshees may really catch him off guard.
Yeah, this is really risky because Phoenixes are obviously very mobile, they're very quick, they're very fast, and if they did do a quick loop around the map, they will find this and they will shut it down. But before that happens, they pick off a couple more workers, 3 SCVs will go down, and we'll see if Percival can keep this hidden.
Yeah, we'll see. As the main army is actually distracting the Phoenixes even more, I'm not sure if Percival actually wants to move out of this army or just like poke a bit at the Phoenixes. But it looks like he keeps going.
Oh! Yeah, Phoenix goes down. He's going to lose a medevac as a result. And he's being pushed over to the right-hand side. Again, barely doesn't see the starport.
Yeah, and actually Percival is banking up the Banshees. He's keeping them hidden so he can move in all at once.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, he's waiting for Cloak as well. He needs that upgrade. Otherwise, the Phoenixes will just shut it down. Do we have any detection? That's kind of the real question here. We do not. We do have a robo and, you know, we do have access to detection, but currently nothing on the map.
Oh, the Observer is already on the way right after this Immortal, so Percival is on a bit of a timer with those Banshees. But at the same time, even if he has detection, like, if Phoenixes are on the other side of the map, there's nothing to shoot.
Yeah, do we have enough energy for a recall? We do not have enough energy. The Banshees are about to dive in. At the same time, the ground army is going to be hitting the 3rd base, so we see a cancel at the 3rd, and now the Banshees can go ham.
Yeah, they're gonna kill quite a few probes. There are Stalkers now being worked in, and the Observer is here, so at least 1 Banshee will go down.
Oh, yes, they should be cleaned up eventually, but not before. Oh, can they get another probe? It looks like they will get 1 more in the end. Percival doesn't want to try his luck, though. A lot of Phoenixes. He's got to respect this army.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think he cancelled that 3rd base with the ground army, so Percival did quite a lot of damage this round.
Yeah, exactly. Is it going to be worth it, though? He has to be a little bit careful. He can't lose too many units here, as Nice wants to try and hunt this down.
Yeah, this he surrounds the army. He leaves the Cyclone, so it's not a threat to the Phoenixes anymore, and this Tyrant army will be cleaned up.
And now Nice has a lot of momentum. Now it's his turn to have the map control and to push out across the map. What do we have that turn to defend? We have 2 tanks. Tanks that can be lifted.
They can be lifted. There are a few Marines, but it looks like Nice actually decides against this attack and goes back home.
Oh, exactly. He wasn't quite sure what would be waiting for him at home or across the map, so he just shades, confirms the tank count, will back up, and is satisfied with what he has gotten so far. Meanwhile, quickly checking. Okay, he has seen the proxy.
Yeah, the Phoenixes did. I like how Percival is just like, okay, so let's repurpose this and like make another add-on.
Oh, I love this from Nice. He's waiting. Is he waiting for the adepts? I'm sorry, for the medevacs? Oh my god, he is. What a madman.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. He reveals his hand. Okay.
It would be fun if he was like waiting and like, yeah, use up all the resources you can.
Well, I mean, he sees the army moving out, so he knows that he can't waste any time here on the proxy. He has to be in position to make sure that these tanks don't get close to his base.
Ooh, nice position on the ramp will definitely be really great against all of this bio. Thermal lance is not quite ready yet, but this is enough range anyway.
Yeah, and a lot of the bio does get cleaned up there. Meanwhile, the tanks, they need to get into a bit of a better position. Oh, no, they're a little bit exposed, and one of them's going to go... Oh, almost goes down.
Yeah, almost goes down, but it is saved in the end. But now 2 tanks will be going down, it looks like.
Almost. So far, the Marines have done a great job at protecting them from those Phoenixes. The Vikings even rock up from that proxy. 2 more Vikings in production as well. Because of the proxy, you know, they're already in the fight. They don't have that much map to traverse.
Yeah, Nice is gonna be really upset about this proxy after this game, I feel like.
Oh, but the first Nova goes off.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just a zoning Nova. It doesn't catch any units there.
Boys, the boys are being pulled.
Oh my god, there's so much stuff coming from Percival's side of the map. I'm not sure Nice is quite enough to hold this.
Yeah, we'll see how good the engagement is here for Percival. Again, there's no third CC behind this. He's 100% all in. A lot of tanks, but he has to be careful because, again, we have 2 Purification Novas ready for him.
Yes, indeed. And these Phoenixes are still trying to find... Ooh. Oh, nice chunk of bio goes down. There's still quite a lot of it, but there's also a lot of SCVs in this army, so it looks a little deceiving.
Yeah, I mean, Nice finally saw the army. He's throwing down so many shield batteries here to prepare for this, and the longer this goes on, the better it is for Nice.
Yeah, I mean, Percival has barely any mining, so he cannot really make a lot of reinforcements. And now the fight is on.
Oh god, another Nova goes off. Does connect with the Marines and the Marauders. We do see that he's pulling the boys. He's trying to break on through, but he can't. Overcharge keeps everything alive.
Ooh, the Disruptors are getting sniped, but the Colossus are still there, and Phoenixes are lifting everything.
Yeah, they're lifting everything. The Colossi are going to town as well on that main army. The Bio is trying to bust on through. The tanks are still alive, and the tank shots are going to go off, but there's nothing to protect them. And after all said and done, unfortunately, Percival just doesn't have enough. He kind of out-traded and he kind of won the battle, but he has to end the game here. He cannot settle for just winning a fight.
Yes, indeed. It looks like both players suffered heavy losses there, and as we said before, Percival pulled the boys, so he doesn't really have much to come back to. He just has to do damage now.
Yeah, exactly. Denying the 4th isn't going to be good enough because Nice, I mean, he's still up a base anyway. He doesn't need a 4th right now. He's making another wave of units. He's actually throwing down 2 more Stargates to go into mass Phoenix production. Anion Pulse Crystals is on the way as well because we have a Fleet Beacon. Insane that he wants to go mass Phoenix, but I mean, he can do whatever he wants.
No, yeah. I will say I don't often see that upgrade. Like I don't see a lot of mass Phoenix games. They do happen, but they're not very common.
Yeah, usually mass Phoenix and Anion Pulse Crystals are researched in PvP, not so much in PvT. So it is a little bit odd to see, but Percival, he's here for wave number 2. Again, wave 2 is much smaller. We have the overcharge. A couple of Novas go off. They will get the tank.
Yeah, they will get the tank. We have 3 shield batteries working with the overcharge as well. So it does not look like Terran can break this position. And every fight that doesn't go Percival's way, it's just that much more disadvantage to him.
Yeah.
And Light, Nice, is taking the gold.
He is. We pointed that out earlier. The gold is being taken. We do see that the regular 4th base has been denied, but Percival, he doesn't know. He doesn't know about the gold.
Once again, he tries to beat this army, but there's just so much Protoss here.
Yeah, the Nova goes off. GG gets called, and Nice is going to be taking game number 2.
Yes. And we're gonna go into sideways 1-1.
That we will. Again, I appreciated Percival going for the 2 base all-in, but we saw it took after he pulled the boys, it took him a long time to push into either the natural or the 3rd. Again, it is partially because Nice was prepared. You know, he saw it coming a mile away. Like, it was already in position. It just was a really difficult Protoss, defensive position to crack.
Definitely. But, you know, we are on 1-1, and either player has now a chance to take this series. It all depends on this game.
Yeah, personally, I would love to see Percival move on just so we can have one of each race remaining in the qualifier. You know, a Protoss, a Zerg, and a Terran. But we'll see if we can be that lucky because Nice is still a very solid player.
Yes, indeed. And we are now on Data Under the Sea. And we are looking at the base of the blue Terran player, representing himself and South Korea. It is Percival.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player himself representing Good Game Gaming. GGG. It is Nice.
Okay, guys, I just want to say, if you think the GGG thing is funny, you should see the face Light pulls off when he does that.
Chase said the same thing. He really enjoys it. It's his favorite part of the
Thought
cast.
so. Thought so.
Hey,
I mean, understandable.
You need to assume the position if you're going to say the initials of a team. Okay.
Yes.
Because if you don't,
I mean,
you don't have the lung capacity to go that
yeah,
deep.
yeah. The lung capacity, you know, the airflow and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. There's a whole meta around it.
It's technique. Okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not easy. And if you think so, you can try it, Kuro. You can try it. Go ahead.
Yes, I did.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah. Try it.
I did before.
Yeah. Do it again.
Panic.
Ay. Alright, well, here we go. So far, again, pretty standard openers. No one has really sent even a worker across the map to scout each other. They're just relying on their own skills, on their own intuition for the time being. As now, finally, the first Reaper is going to be moving out for Percival.
Is this the first Reaper of the series?
Of the series?
Huh?
Yes. We had a Marine opener both the other two games.
Yeah. I noticed as like today in general in the Terran games we've seen, like there haven't been a lot of Reapers. There was that one game I think from Quanta where he had 2, but they were also not the first unit that came out of his barracks.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because for the longest time, like we would always see a Reaper first.
Little fish.
There is a fish.
No,
Yeah, under the sea.
We are under this. We are under Data Sea. Yes, this is true. But yeah, you're right. You know, Reaper openers have fallen out of fashion, out of meta the past couple of months, the past 6 months, I think I would say, maybe even more. Especially in this series, in this matchup. But things are starting to pop off a little bit. One, this Adept is already wreaking havoc. One SCV goes down. He is denied entry into the main base, and that's pretty important because Percival is being a little bit cheeky.
Oh yeah, getting two barracks, race for 3 barracks even, sorry. So we will have some free racks action here versus an Oracle.
Yeah, and I think this is really interesting because I feel like 3 racks openers have also fallen out of fashion in this matchup. They used to be really common. We used to see them all the time, especially in the ESL Open Cups last season. But nowadays, not so much. You know, they kind of, a lot of the Terran players, they kind of got over it. But Percival is going to be trying it out once again, and it's so important that this gets scouted because this is going to be a very strong buy. Push it off! Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice, almost gets in.
Yeah, that was very close, but just in time, Percival catches it. And yeah, we'll see. Now the Oracle will be moving in.
There we go. We see the revelation immediately. The production has been spotted, so Nice is well aware of the 3 racks. Already picking up a couple of Marines here and there with his Oracle, which is honestly pretty valuable. Whatever Marine you can take down will weaken that push. And now Nice, he can prepare at home.
Yeah, he's going for Blink at home. He's setting up his wall on the front. And shield batteries as well.
Yeah, taking this very seriously. There are ways to blind counter this, like going for a fast Robo into fast Colossus. Like, you can have a very easy time if you end up doing that. But of course, he did start with a Stargate, so he has to try and adapt and kind of pivot away from his initial tech. Going for Blink Stalkers is a great way to start. And ideally, you position your Blink Stalkers outside the main base so you can pick away at these Marines and slow them down as they move out.
I like how he's not afraid of this attack and actually takes a third base in the meantime as well.
Yeah, he's
gonna try and hold this.
He takes the third. The revelation on the Marines does reveal to Nice where the army is, and he's immediately gonna try and dive on top of it again. Gonna slow this down. Does have the high ground. Gonna get a couple of free shots off.
Yeah, not getting that Marine, but it is getting quite low. And now with the revelation, it should be much easier to snipe them.
Oh my god, meanwhile with the stim, it looks like he will not get the Oracle, but we are gonna have to be seeing a cancel on this third. Or are we?
I mean, this third does distract the Percival a bit and buys more time for Nice.
Oh, it does, but again, the Marines are falling left and right. It looks like Nice has more than enough to shut this down. A couple of Stalkers are going to fall in the process. This is a bit of an anti-timing. Blink still needs 1 second to finish. He wants the Stalker.
Yeah, it's only now done. The Stalker is being saved by the shield battery, and this attack is completely cleaned up.
Oh, it is. I mean, at least it did cancel the third base, but that's a lot of resources to cancel a base. We can see here in the units lost tab, 21 Marines went down in that attack.
Yeah, and I feel like Nice, after scouting, like, he kind of, like, he knew that he may lose that base. Like, it was not necessarily, like, a huge blow to him, and he was already taking the other one anyway, so I feel like, all things considered, it worked alright for Nice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, we do see, even a Deeper going to be going down here just barely with the final shots. This is something else that you can abuse as a Protoss player after you deflect the initial push. Because it's a 1-1-1 because it's a 3-racks opener, that means that the tanks are delayed. And the tank only just now came out, which means it wasn't here to protect the natural, which means the Stalkers can reign free. And once again, with only one tank, he was a little bit paranoid about a blink into the main, not the natural.
Yeah, he will have to reposition it quite a few times because, the moment you put it down at the natural, that's when actually Nice will bring it to the main. So it looks like it will be a very tricky defense for Percival.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, he does choose correctly here. He does get a volley off on those Stalkers, and now Nice has to respect that. He backs off. He focuses more on his economy. And he, again, because of the opener, like, he just has full map control for the time being. Now, I wonder if Percival ever intends to expand because he just threw down more Raxes.
That he did, and he is moving out right now. This Phoenix will check on this production, so Nice has all the information, and he sees the army chasing his Starkers.
Yeah, he knows about the commitment to this attack. Already Nice is slowing this down, trying to pick off whatever Marines he can. This time there are medevacs to keep them alive, so it's going to be a little bit easier for Percival to kind of weather the storm. But again, he's being slowed down, and Nice has plenty of time to rebuild and regain an army.
And his upgrade is about to finish as well, so that will definitely help with this battle. And the boys are coming with us.
Yeah, it is a 2-base all-in, but this was scouted earlier by Nice. Oh my god, no, he's diving on top of the army now! Before the boys show up, the tanks are falling!
Yeah, the tanks are falling. The chargeless are finding the army right next to the wall, and now the boys show up, but they're gonna be chewed by the zealots.
Yeah, at this point it's a little bit too late. There's only one tank behind this army. The SCVs are all falling. Meanwhile, we have shield battery. We still have an overcharge as well. Percival losing half his army before the battle actually commences.
Yeah, and now he's on the high ground as well, so this army has a little bit tougher time fighting, but Nice is still to protect this base.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to try and throw down a bunker for some SimCity, but the Zealots are going to be able to rock on forward as well. We see the blink on forward. The tank goes down immediately, and Nice is just shutting this down.
There is another tank reinforcing, but there's a lot of losses for Percival, and looks like Nice takes this game and the series.
GG. Well played. I pressed the wrong button. Hold on. There we go. Nice will take the series 2-1. Again, very good scouting by Nice. He got into the main base with his hallucination. He saw the mass amount of Raxes, which can only mean one thing, a 2-base all-in, because it's no third CC. He didn't see the boys being pulled, but he knew what he had to do. And again, for Percival, a little bit mistimed. He was being a little bit too aggressive before he had everything he needed, and to lose 2 tanks that early on was that was basically it. That was game.
Yeah. And it was a really, really tricky position where it was right next to the rock, so the Zealots kind of trapped the whole army. So yeah, unfortunate for Percival, but Nice moves on to face Who is it gonna be? It is Scarlet.
Yes, here we go. The final Terran player of the entire bracket has been eliminated. My condolences to the Terrans in the chat. There is only Protoss and Zerg left.
Asher bro has left the chat.
I
saw him earlier.
He's gonna pop in and say, "Yo, I'm used to it, buddy. Okay, I'm used to the used to the Terrans dying. You know, it's all about the champion race. It's all about the Zergs. Ay.
To be fair, Asher does play Protoss sometimes. So,
he does.
hey.
He does. He's disgusting like that. But yes, we are going to be getting ready for our second last series of the night. As a reminder, sure, we're getting into Scarlet versus Nice. The winner of this goes up against Nightmare.